And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man DL Saint. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? I just getting started here. I wanted to jump on and just see if I can do a quick little stream. Right now my internet is cooperating. For a hot second, it's cooperating. But man, I want to follow up on, Anton Daniels and the Fresh and Fit collab, man. It's a huge collaboration. Huge collaboration. I mean, you gotta give credit where credit is due. And they killing it. They kill it. It's a huge collaboration. We got Brother Penny in the building. What's good, fam? Please like the video. Please subscribe. Please share. All that good stuff, man. Good to see you, brother. You were right. All my issues, the 80% of my issues with the stream with the computer was user error, bro. Apparently, it was a bunch of windows open in the background. This is not, it's Windows. So, I got a PC. I'm not using a Mac. So a bunch of stuff was open in the background, and that really slowed everything down. That's why I kept getting kicked out of my stream, out of the StreamYard. So when I shut everything down, I went through, because I think you said it. You're like, check the computer, make sure. And it was that, bro. So, it's still, it glitches every now and then, bro, but it seems to be working. I did one earlier today. That's another reason why I wanted to go on so early today. I did a quick one earlier in the day just to see how it would run. It ran pretty good. But the Anton Fresh and Fit collab, man, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's good. I think it's really good for men in general, especially young men. And is bridging a gap. It's man, it does make perfect sense. It's bridging a gap. And it's one of those things is like, you think it would have happened right away. But like I said, Anton's audience, bro, they really don't like Fresh and Fit. They really don't like Myron, and they clown Fresh. So they're still on that anti-Fresh and Fit thing from a couple years back. But now that Anton's there and you see what's going on, I'm starting to hear different things. So Anton was talking about, definitely revolutionary, bro. Definitely. Anton was talking about his experience and what happened to his people. So we're gonna check that out before they go live, because Anton is still in Miami, and he's gonna be doing Fresh and Fit today, as a matter of fact, probably in the next few hours. One thing about Minor Fresh that hasn't changed, bro, they still run on that schedule, their schedule. So it's like, what time are they gonna start? I don't know, but they're gonna do it. And Anton's going back for, I guess this will be round 3, because he did the After Hours. He did the early show when they talked about finance, which I'm going to watch. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm definitely going to check that out. He was talking about buying real estate and stuff like that. Again, things that young men in general, all people really need to know and hear about. That's one of the things that we talk about over here. We've started our own community here, man. We got the pillars, and like the pillars of success. And that's how, we talk about that sort of stuff, man. We're watching the market, kind of watching what's going on with the real estate market, especially down here in Florida. The condos, especially, is crazy. Definitely blood in the streets. But if you have some money to park somewhere, this is definitely the time to kind of keep your powder dry, have your money ready, and just sit back and wait. It's going to be some great deals here in Florida. The big thing with Florida is the insurance issue. And then of course with condos, the new law that forces the condos to have X amount of reserves available that's liquid and all this kind of stuff. So that's causing the associations to charge all of the, condo owners these assessments, which are getting up there. I mean, I've heard, like down in Miami, assessments were like well into the 6 figures. Here in Central Florida, you're hearing about assessments like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 assessments. And some are even getting higher now. And the biggest problem is, like getting your insurance. And a lot of people are choosing to self-insure because the rates have gotten so high. Man, it's crazy right now. But like Warren Buffett says, when there's blood in the streets, that's when there's opportunities. Something's going to get sorted out with the insurance. We're in hurricane season already. There's already a hurricane out there in the Atlantic. Doesn't look like it's going to get anywhere near us. But this is just the beginning of the season. We know we're going to get hit with at least one decent storm. Possibly more. So once they figure out the insurance element, there's going to be some great opportunities in the condo world. Right now, single family homes prices are starting to go down because interest rates haven't gone down yet. So we're going to talk about that. We'll do a show on that, guys, because there's a lot going on. You guys know I'm always talking about this sort of thing. There's a lot going on in the market right now. So we're going to talk about that. Maybe this weekend, maybe Saturday. Maybe we'll do a Lit Saint episode. We got Brother Jay in the building. What's good, fam? And Brother Penny, you're right. That's when I noticed this a couple 3 months ago. I saw Myron on Anton's panel. Blew my mind. Because the people over there, Anton's folks, man, they can't stand Myron, man. They look at him like he's Lucifer himself. You know what I mean? It's like, that's Lucifer Morningstar. And it's like, nah. And it was a really good conversation. So we're going to watch here Anton talking to his folks. Like, you know, he's still in Miami. I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't been to Miami, bro, you want to go. You want to go. Joe Cool's in the building. What's good, fam? Joe Cool's in the building. Like I said, I appreciate you guys, man. You know, a quick like on your way in, on your way out. A quick like, man. Comments to, you know, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because we're still trying to build over here. We're taking our time. Oh, we got Brother Smith was checking in from down under. G'day, bro. I mean, hey, man, Australia's checking in, man. So we got folks, man. But I'm really fascinated by what I'm seeing here with this collab. It does make sense. And another thing I'm starting to see is the black community, man, is getting tired of this ratchet stuff that's going on, bro. Like, the black community is getting tired of the ratchetness, man. Let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Man, get some indeed, bro. And yeah, Brother Joe Cool's like, yes, I've been to Miami, bro. Listen, Miami's my favorite place, bro. Like I said, I have 2 more years. My daughter graduates in 2 years, and then I'm gone. I'm going down to Miami. I'll be based out of Miami, like I said, at least minimum 6 months out the year, and then the other 6 months I'll be traveling. But definitely taking some steps, doing some things. Like, we're really, you know, making some things happen, utilizing the network, bro. I got people telling me, I've had some folks come up to me, some very successful people. They're like, sat me down. Like, bro, you need to go ahead and start your consulting business. You're adding way too much value to way too many people. Like, you need to go ahead. And I mean, they literally had to like stop me, sit me down and just drill it in my head. And I'm like, all right, bet. So LLCs are done, you know, setting up accounts now and, you know, about to go out here and go after some clients. And that's something I've never done before. Formally, I've always been out there helping my people. Like, if you're in my circle, I'm gonna do what I can to help you. All you gotta do is ask me, and I'm out here making it happen for you. And the one person who's been getting on me about this, I mean, for, bro, a third of my life at least, is my cousin. My cousin's been on me forever. Like, bro, you need to start charging for this, man. Like, it's nothing for you, but you be doing so much. I mean, all the way back when I was doing street promotion, when I was working for some of these, you know, small record labels, these indie labels, I was out doing a bunch of stuff. When I was managing and doing A&R work, it was like, bro, they got money, man. They got money to do these other things. They got money to pay you. And now I'm at that point. I'm like, I'm retired now. I'm like, you know what? It only makes sense. And then all these other folks are coming up to me and giving me these compliments and giving me my flowers and telling me this is what I need to be doing. So you know what? That's what we're doing, man. So be on the lookout, guys. We're working on the websites and everything now, getting all the paperwork done. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So unfortunately, when people ask me for favors, I'll give you one. I'll give you one favor, but then after that, I got to charge you. That's what we doing, y'all. That's what we doing. So, so let's get to this Anton Daniels and Fresh&Fit thing. And, bro, I was really shocked. So we're going to check this out. This is Anton on the panel. He's talking to some of his, you know, probably his normal panelists for his show. I don't watch his show a whole bunch, but I do watch every now and then. Anton put some good content out there, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. He put some real good content out there. So let's listen to what he has to say, bro. I was really fascinated by some of the stuff that I was hearing. I watched a little bit of this, and then I just stopped. I was like, you know what? Let me go live right now. Like, let me just go live and react to this and put my little 2 cents in live. So let me pull this up, and away we go. Let's check it out.
For the people that's not familiar, I am in Miami right now. I'm in Miami for the majority of the week, and then I'm going to be at a different location later on in the week. But I'm in Miami because I told Myron that I was going to pull up on Fresh and Fit. And then I went yesterday, and I was actually only supposed to do the money show yesterday, and then I was gonna do go on, the early show tomorrow, and then I was gonna do the after hours tomorrow. But they was like, yo, you should stay for after hours. You know what I'm saying? I think you're gonna, I think you're gonna do something. I think we're gonna go viral. And I was like, all right. But I'm gonna play this a little bit. I'm gonna play a little bit of what happened, probably just a little bit. For the people.
So he's about to play a little bit of this, guys. We've already, we talked about this already. The one thing about Myron and Fresh, bro, they know their lane. They know this lane. They know when they get the right panel, what's probably going to happen. So, Anton was probably there. Myron and Fresh is looking at this panel because they don't know who's coming prior to, unless that has changed. Like, once upon a time, the way it worked is they have people to go out and find these women and bring them in and handle all that. And, Myron and Fresh don't know who's going to be on the panel until they get there. They just kind of get there. They meet the women as the women walk in, like, oh, this is so-and-so. Like, okay, cool. And they save it all for the platform. But when you see them walking in, like you walk in, you look around the room, you're just like, oh, this is our panel today. You kind of know, like, yeah, this is going to be ratchet right here. This is the train wreck that people love to see. And this is going to go viral. So I was probably Fresh, to be honest with you. I was probably Fresh, like kind of listening, introducing themselves to these women, listening to their conversations, because women talk like you ain't there. Women, especially ratchet chicks, bro, they talk like they are alone in the room. You would think that they're like in confessional somewhere, but in reality, they're surrounded by folks, and they just talk about whatever they want to talk about. They can care less. And even someone like will mention it, or their eyes will glance around, like, I don't care about these people. These people ain't nobody. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So when you got that, he's probably looking like, oh yeah, this is gonna be legendary day, bro. You might want to go ahead and sit in on this one. Like these women ain't got no sense. Next, like tonight, and maybe the next time he comes in, they might have women on the panel who actually make sense and not gonna be doing this craziness. He's probably like, no, this is the one. So he stayed. Rest is history, man. It did go viral. They know what they talking about, man. They know what they doing. And Brother Jay's like, he's a big follower. Yeah, cause Anton's from your soil, right? Y'all up in D-Town. So, and I don't know a whole bunch about Anton, but I am learning more. I'm like kind of looking in on what he's doing. Chris and his team got the girls for the show. Okay, yeah. So Chris they're still doing that. So they go out there. They use social media. They use Instagram a lot to, get some information, see if these girls want to do a follow-up, get them in there. So, shout out to Chris for doing what he did and getting the right group in there. And they never know how it's going to pan out. But boy, oh boy, like I said, man, they got a ratchet crowd. Here we go.
That's not familiar. And then we'll go from there. This is a little bit of what happened.
Cook 100K and all that splurging. Unless we're going to deep into the scammers and the hood
Jesus
rats.
fucking Christ, bro.
Then that's when we have trapper money and scammer
Trapper money?
Yes.
Y'all don't want no regular. Nobody want a regular guy.
No.
No, if you're saying average. Average and regular are two different things.
Average and regular are two different things. Stop. We speaking figuratively. A regular, y'all regular chicks. Y'all regular as fuck, honestly. Honestly.
Being regulars keeps you out of trouble, baby.
How they mad?
You'll never expect nothing from a regular chick.
Let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with being regular, so y'all don't need to get offended.
I'm nobody offended, baby.
I'm not offended.
You don't like so it's not even applicable to you. But y'all should not be getting y'all regular as fuck. Listen, I'm gonna just tell y'all the real. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Y'all gonna get out here and y'all gonna chase some shit and y'all gonna fuck y'all life up.
Well,
I'm telling you the honest to God truth on everything. Y'all think that this shit is sweet, y'all gonna get y'all life fucked up. And to be honest with y'all, most of y'all probably mess up on that y'all supposed to be with.
I know I do.
Okay, fair
Most of y'all pass up on the dude that y'all supposed to be with. You either friend zoned him or you use like.
And y'all remember all this from yesterday when we were talking about it, man. Yeah, they have, most women do that. They have friend zone dudes that they really should be with, the guys who actually love them. They have done that. They out here thinking they deserve better, which, all right, you can think whatever you want to think. You deserve whatever you think you deserve. But it's just not realistic. And when someone like Anton comes on here and says you guys are regular and women get offended, I don't understand that. You know, I just don't understand that. And the young woman who kicked all this off, man, she's dumb as a box of rocks, bro. I'm just gonna say it. She's dumb as a box of rocks. And these are the panels that people will point to and it's like, oh, they bring in these dumb girls, they get them drunk, and then they be fishing for these viral moments. And I addressed this back in the day. It was like, look, man, when this sort of stuff goes on, like in that studio, they do not encourage people to get drunk. They don't. The girls are asked for some alcohol. They're offered like, oh, we have this, but they don't encourage it. It was like the White Claws. They have a White Claw or something like that, or we got some, tequila or whatever. But they didn't encourage it. Those girls were just drinking for whatever reason. And I, just kind of watching these shows now, I think they've really cut back on the alcohol consumption until probably after the show. They're like, well, just let's do the show first, and then we'll get you guys, whatever you want. But man, I'm here to tell you, bro, that was legendary. Listening to Anton talk to these girls and just try to let them know, like, y'all really average at best. Like this, I think the finest one there might have been a 6. And it's gonna show you how everyone has their different scale when it comes to attractiveness, man. There's not any of those women that was sitting on that panel in Miami in the Fresh and Fit studio when Anton was sitting there. I wouldn't talk to any of them girls. I mean, extremely super ratchet. Like you got to go look for that. Like that's hard to find in Miami. You got to go to South Beach, right? You got to go to the hood. You got to go to the hood joints, like the hood spots, to find that type of chick. Normally, just walking around Miami, it's just so many just beautiful women just hanging out, kicking it, chilling. You know what I mean? So it's just like you really got to go look for the hood. You got to go look for those chicks. You got to go find them. You got to go, go get them somewhere. Even if you want like a hood Latina, you got to go like to Hialeah somewhere or over there in Calle Ocho somewhere trying to find one. But you got to go look for them because the hood chicks don't feel comfortable just strolling around Brickell. The women walking around Brickell, like normally professional business women, they know what they're doing. They dress appropriately, that sort of thing, man. So I just, I wanted to throw all that out there. But the panel, Anton's panel is going to talk. This 2K guy, I don't know who this is, but this dude right here, I can't wait for y'all to hear what he has to say. Like it's kind of crazy. Brother Michael's in the building. Was good. Yeah, man, we watching the Hat Hooligan Warriors or whatever they are, man. Like it is crazy. It is crazy what I saw and what they were saying. I'm just, I know I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch the whole thing. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that whole After Hours now because it's just, it's the topic. You got to go talk. You got to listen to what they were saying. You know what I mean, Brother Smeals? I think they have actually stopped alcoholic drinks. See, that's what I'm thinking too, bro. They're keeping everyone solid. So, the Fresh and Fit podcast has evolved and continues to evolve. This red pill message ain't going nowhere, right? I mean, it is what it is, guys. I mean, and for people who don't like Fresh and Fit, it's not even about the message. It's like, oh, we just don't like Myron because of the way he says things. Okay, but what about what he's saying? Well, I agree with most of it, but I just don't like the way he says it. All right. And then people just don't know what Fresh is about. They don't know Fresh. They have no idea what he's about. Everyone who comes on their platform, on Fresh and Fit, they all say the same thing about Fresh. He's the man, and he is. Like, he's a really good guy. I mean, that's just real talk, man. He's gonna look after you. He's gonna take good care of you, bro. Like when when you're there, he looks out for you, bro. I don't know how else to put it. He's one of the coolest people I've ever met. You know what I mean? And a lot of people were like, oh, man, but, y'all had that little drama. I remember it was a hiccup that had nothing to do with Myron Fresh and myself. It was other people around. It was a lesson I needed to learn. And I learned that lesson at the right time, about this manosphere world. Rich Cooper tried to warn me. He was like, be careful over there in that red pill world in that Mano swamp. Rich Cooper told me that a long time ago, like not that long, about a year or so ago. He was like, be careful in the Mano swamp, bro. It's like what I noticed over there, those guys, a lot of guys over there, they're not trying to get any help. They're just upset, they're angry, and they're just trying to spread the wrong shit. You feel me? And I see what he's talking about. Now I know. I learned. I needed that lesson at that time too, guys. I really did, and it helped really get me to the next level. Once that was locked in, I'm like, okay, I can see how this is. And the way I look at it, bro, is like dealing with the guys in the manosphere. It's kind of like working in the hospital, right? You can't be mad if you go into a hospital and there's sick people there. You can't be mad at people being sick. That's why I look at the manosphere, the Mano swamp, the red pill world. I can't be mad because there are weirdos there. There's a lot of weirdos in that group. And I can't be mad at them for being weirdos. We're there to try to help those dudes who want to get better. Not all of them want to get better. So I'm going to leave it there. But, bro, let's get back to it.
Up to Fresh and Fit yesterday, and it was a fun time. It got bad for the people that may not be familiar. It got really bad. I started going in on the snow bunny. I told her she was going to expire. You know, it was what it was. But I sat and I listened for the first hour or so to all of their stories. And I was like, interesting, or whatever, so on and so forth. And then I got active. I just like, fuck it. Y'all, you know y'all regular as fuck, right? And then it just went up from there. So
see, I kind of got a problem with that, Anton.
Why, man?
Here we go. 2K.
I ain't like how you treated the ghetto gaggers, bro. Like, no, because my problem is, I see you on this bitch moonwalk for Pretty Molly. I see you on here moonwalk for Pretty Kimmy, Mika, and Care. You don't be that harsh. You don't be that harsh to the pretty women, but you ain't spare the ghetto gaggers.
Yes, I did.
I don't think you spared.
I spared DJ Scott. I spared DJ Scott. I was sitting right next to me.
2K, to be fair, they were not smart either.
I think the black community and 2K hood, bro. He's this. I don't know who this dude is. I'm just listening to him. I'm like, this dude right here, hood, super duper hood. You know what I mean? Like that guy, this guy. But Kimmy gets in there and it's like, yo, them girls were stupid. Like just right off, like, yo, them girls were dumb. And here's the thing: from what I haven't watched the entire After Hours. I haven't seen that particular After Hour in its entirety. I haven't seen it. I'm going to go back and watch it. But even Anton said he wasn't saying nothing for the first hour or so. He was just listening. He didn't go in until he went in. But old boy is saying that Anton gets struck by the cute girls. And if the cute girls are there, he's going to take it easy on them. He ain't going to go hard. He only goes hard on the ugly ratchet chicks, which I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. He was just flaming whoever wanted to step up. Like, you know, if they wanted to step up, he flamed them. And he, like Anton is saying, like there was the DJ chick. He didn't really say much to her because she didn't really say much to him, she didn't really speak on this stuff. And then it was a woman sitting next to the DJ in all brown. She was quiet for the most part. She didn't say much. But even Anton turned the guns on her. And she was like, why you know what I mean? In the middle of that, she was like, hold on, I ain't even been saying nothing. Why you turning them on me? But he was giving her a compliment. He was saying, no, you have the most sense of every woman on the panel. You are the smartest woman here. But it's like saying you're the smartest, you know, you're the tallest midget. Like, or should I say, is it little person? I don't even know what they're going by these days. But y'all get my point. It wasn't hard to be the smartest person on that panel, is all I'm saying. But old boy is trying to say that Anton, you know, takes it easy on the cute girls, which he might. I don't know. Brother Jay, is that the case? Is that something he does? Does he take it easy on the cute girls? Let me know, because you know what I mean, you over there, you following. Let's continue.
Anton,
I spared the girl that was directly next to me.
Facts.
Anton
on my right, on y'all left, I spared the girl that was directly next to me.
Anton,
didn't say nothing but good things about her.
And the one that was next to her, the dark skinned chick.
The one that was on the brown. The reason why you spared them is because they the cutest out the bunch.
Cutest.
No, because they made the most sense. 2K. They were asked a basic question like, "What is the average guy?" And none of them could answer it right. Like it made my brain melt a little. Like it hurt to watch.
Hold on, but see, this the flip side. This is the same chicks that I come on this show and tell Anton about time and time again, and then he'll tell me some shit like I'm not in control, or you don't know what to do, and y'all niggas just ain't doing it right. When I'm telling you these women exist, and you got to meet some of them.
I know that they exist. Listen, 2K, if you don't think that they was going, like,
I know they gonna go.
That shit turned them on. Like me going off on them.
Facts.
When the camera went off, and you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I'm about to. Oh, where you go? You know that shit. Like they like that shit. They like it when you
remember when I said yesterday that these women they respecting They're like, yo, they respect Anton. I wasn't going into the whole they liked him, like they wanted to holler at him, which that's part of it too. But the fact that they were listening to him and they didn't jump up, they weren't throwing nothing at him. They went, you know what I mean? They weren't getting crazy like they normally do, like go after Myron or whatever, or go after went after Organic on Fresh's show. They didn't do any of that. They were listening to Anton. Why? Because they know he's from the hood, bro. They know he done got it out the mud, right? And again, it's like they had a hot moment before they lost their phones, before the show started. They can Google this man, and it was like, oh, bro, they know anything. Like you said, he's got one channel where he does 70 million views a month on one channel. Like, come on, bro. Like I said, if he was only getting $1 per view, everybody could do that math. So they was looking at that. So they were really listening to Anton because in their mind, they're like, yo, this dude, he a real one. So let's listen to him. Right? I got that part. I didn't get I didn't get the part that 2K is talking about, like, oh man, you didn't go hard on the pretty girls, you only went hard on the ugly girls. Like they were all ugly, fam. Like they were all, like I said, the finest one in the bunch was maybe a 5.5. Okay, say 6. The finest one in the bunch was a 6, one step above the median. The finest one in the bunch, bro. There were no 7, 8s, or 9s, 10s sitting there, right? I mean, and just, to be honest with you, bro, like, the finest one maybe the finest one in a lot. Maybe she was a 5. Maybe. Let's continue.
Hold them accountable. To be honest,
no, I'm gonna take. Anton,
my thing is that I gave them the energy that they gave me.
Facts.
So if you was cool and you was chilling, then we was cool and we was chilling. If you was, you know what I'm saying? If you was, you had some different kind of energy, then I gave you the energy that you give me.
Yeah, the Haitian girl, she got rambunctious.
It seems like me and Molly never disagrees, right? Me and Molly have different opinions on some things. Most stuff we agree with. Sometimes we have different opinions. But here's the difference, right? Molly does not come at me like that. She doesn't talk abrasive. She doesn't do that to me. And
Just
so
you.
when we have differences, when I talk, she listens. You know what I'm saying? And so it would seem like, okay, well, they always on the same page. No, we not always on the same page 100% with every single thing. But at the same time, she shows me a level of respect that requires for me to treat her, you know what I'm saying, a whole nother way. This is the truth.
No, it's just a bunch of
this BS.
But when I was on the Fresh and Fit panel, I didn't go at every single girl. The girl that was sitting next to me, she didn't come at me. The one that was sitting next to her, she didn't come at me.
Right.
But then the chicks that came at me, even though I didn't agree with the two of them that was sitting next to me, they didn't come at me. So it was different. But the other ones, they thought they had something. And so we had to get that shit out. Yeah,
he blazed the ones that thought they was a little something, bro. He didn't hesitate. And brother with Pitney was saying that Anton does occasionally mention that he enjoys the company of beautiful women, as do I. I get that. You would think that, in his position as a content creator, as one of the leaders in the space, especially on the Black YouTube side, that he would, be aware of that. And he probably is if he's talking about it. But I mean, the panels that I've watched him conduct, he's always been the voice of reason. He's always the one keeping them on track. And then, and politically, he's center right, if not further. But he does give everyone their opportunity to say what they need to say and get their whole narrative out. He'll let you fly that plane around, and then when it's time to land it, he'll let you land it and then get back on track. So I give him his props, Don DeMarco to Anton for doing this thing. Don DeMarco. I mean, but I didn't know that. You got to be careful with that too. Like, especially if you're in a position of power, and I mean, who doesn't enjoy the company of beautiful women, especially women who are feminine and they know how to engage in conversation. Who doesn't love that? But you got to be careful with that because it could come up and bite you in the ass. Like, not saying that this is biting him in the ass, but you see 2K is coming after him with that. That's the only thing he has to come after him with. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's keep going.
Anton, I'm not gonna lie. I know these power streaking female. They was in the process of getting ready to jump you.
Don't agree.
But
I don't agree with that.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Go back and watch the film. Anton, you said this keyword right here. I'm rich as fuck. And when you say that, go back and watch it. All like energy changed.
I don't know what I don't know when I said.
Hey, yo, that's some merch right there. The key word is I'm rich as fuck, all one word. that's merchandise right there, bro. 2K, if you're listening, bro, get that shirt made. The key word is I'm rich as fuck, and smash that all together on one t-shirt. Hey, I'm gonna have that over here. The next t-shirt, the next t-shirt is gonna be, I really want to know the key word. I'm rich as fuck.
I'm telling you right now, once you start saying I'm rich as fuck, that's when the majority of people
they knew that.
That hit that Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, they knew that. They knew who I was. I mean, they didn't. They kind of knew of me because they was kind of introduced to me. And you know, chicks, they start Googling, trying to figure out shit or whatever like that.
Exactly.
So they kind of had an idea of what was happening.
You was like Google my network, and then that's when they figured out, okay, this why the nigga in the center, because they finna give you some smoke. But when you told them, oh, I'm the rich nigga in the room, that's when, okay, let me shut the fuck up. And
that's the thing. I don't think like 2K. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Dude doesn't really follow Myron the Fresh or anything like that. I don't think he understands that. I get his point. You know, he said I could say that. I could say I'm the richest dude here. Like, okay, and my pictures online. I mean, you might find there's pictures online of me holding, you know, Academy Awards. There's pictures online with me rubbing elbows with Super Bowl champions and, you know, rubbing elbows with A-listers. When I was in Hollywood, bro, it's all kind of pictures out there. You see the right picture, you might be thinking, oh, he the man. I could be broke as a joke. So I don't agree with what 2K is saying. I don't think they was about to make a move on him. I don't think they was about to get wild. There was a lot of dudes in the room, right? The Fresh and Fit podcast has security, male and female. So when the women know, like, there are females here. So if you get out of pocket, you might get dropped. Like that one chick got dropped back in the old studio. The girl who was like, yeah, I'm with the IDF, you know, like Israeli Defense Force and all that. She got to talking crazy to the wrong one. And Icy got into her. You know what I'm saying? So, and women, again, they know this. They're like, man, they done seen the viral clips, right? This group right here, they watch, what's that, Wild Star or whatever, World Star. They watch World Star. So they're like, man, they ain't trying to get beat up. So when you walk in that studio, bro, like, you know, like, all right, there's security in here. These people know what they doing. Right? It ain't just these dudes. It's massive people in here, men and women. So you feel very secure. You're very safe. And these women know, like, man, I ain't going to get a chance to get nothing off before they jump on me. They right there. You looking at them. You sitting at the table. You looking at everybody that's in there. And then there's rooms in the back. You know, you don't even know who's in the back. So, and it's one of those things, bro, but I'm rich as fuck. Hey, be on the lookout for that merchandise, y'all. But I don't agree with 2K. I don't believe that these women were getting mad at him at all. I think these women really understood that this dude got it out the mud. Whoever he is, he's done well for himself, right? He's from the hood like me. He's probably doing better than me, right? He's down here on this show. I think all that factored in, and they were just listening to him. I think they gave him the runway, so to speak, so he can go ahead and just take off on them. And they listen, kind of like an uncle. Or maybe even like a dad for some of these women. Like there's some young girls at that table, man. But let's continue.
That's when you had the one ghetto chick who just ain't gonna back down from nobody.
Oh yeah, she ain't care.
Yeah, because she know ain't nobody.
That's the Haitian girl.
When it ended, here's the thing. Because when we went to Straight Rumble and it froze up on YouTube. The married chick, the little I forgot what she was, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, or whatever the fuck she is.
Yeah, the far end.
Yeah, I figured her out. I figured out she was cheating. So
you asked her. Somebody asked her if she was cheating.
Why you just tell? Maybe her nigga watched the show, bro.
She must have had some big old cannons because somebody said
all
something.
You had to do was go to her Instagram, bro. She was throwing ass on Instagram, bro.
Yeah,
that's public. That's public information. If a nigga can't figure that out, and then once we pulled up her Instagram, and I'm like, yo, show DMs and all into that type of shit. I want to go.
It's on you to buy me with you, bro. Cause see, I knew for a fact the girl with the Dora Explorer weed. I knew she wasn't gonna say nothing the whole show. Cause when she let it know,
The
the one
chocolate.
with the bank robber wig, she had on
said the bank robber wig. He must be the comedian. Right? Is Brother Pitney, like Brother Jay, is 2K the comedic relief? Because that shit's funny. The Door to Explorer, that was funny, but he came right back with the bank robber wig. And how many times y'all done seen women with that bank robber wig in those surveillance videos, bro? They got the bang all the way down here and all the long hair goes down here. They got on some sunglasses and they got a pistol, bro, giving the teller a note talking about fill the bag up and don't put no paint money in there. Bro, that's funny. Dude, 2K's funny. I gotta give him that. Shout out to him, bro.
Brown. The scholar.
The cousin.
2K is wild.
You know
She
what
was
I'm
a
talking about?
cousin. She was a
I
cousin.
don't remember any of them. I don't remember.
The one sitting right beside the license.
They all the fucking same to me, man. They all
No. The one, if you had to pick
The
from
one
the
who
crowd,
had the regular job.
the scholar, the one that was in school.
Well, they watched the whole show. I didn't.
Oh, the one in the brown.
Yeah, her. With the bank robber.
What about her? What was you about to say?
bank
about her?
robber weave.
I knew she wasn't gonna say nothing the whole show.
Why?
Because she actually smart. She ain't for the talk to no nigga like you. She trying to get chose, so she shut up.
Remember when I said there's levels to this? Right? Like I didn't watch the whole show. Obviously, I'm gonna go back and watch the whole thing. So because he's saying a scholar talking about maybe she had some college or whatever. But to say that she's smart and all the stuff that he just said is like, bro, how are you getting that? And you form your opinions based on where you are. You feel me? And for a hood person, she probably is real smart. Like, I mean, I look at, and this isn't about her. This is about some other people I know in life. Me and my man Jay Swans. There's one particular person. We call her the Duchess of Dumbasses. There's one particular woman. She's a crash out queen. She's got tons of degrees, tons of college. And she's one of the dumbest people I know. But when she gets around her dumbasses, she becomes the Duchess of Dumbasses. They look at her in awe and splendor because they way down there. They still on the block. They ain't trying to get up out the block. These are the people that they don't want to go to another hood. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm from Cincinnati, bro. I grew up with people who refuse to go across the river to Kentucky. Like, they ain't never been across the river? Damn. I guess Frankfurt, Germany is off the table. You don't want to go across the river? So, yeah, trying to get you to go to Osaka ain't never gonna happen. Right? Them folks. So when you come around them folks, like if you hood and you left the hood just to go to the, city college or whatever university you went to, and you come right back to the hood still doing that hood shit, yeah, you're gonna come off like you all that. You're gonna come off that way. But in reality, you just the Duchess of Dumbasses. And old boy is probably looking at her like, oh yeah, man, she pretty sharp. Like I said, it's where you at, homie. Like, rise up. Like they say in Hamilton, that's my daughter's favorite musical, by the way, Hamilton. I got to take her to see Hamilton. And it's just like, you got to rise up. You got to get yourself out of there. And when you rise up, you realize like, man, she really isn't that sophisticated. It was just, I was that ratchet. I was that dude. I was ratchet as hell, bro. I thought I knew a little something, man, because I went to the Golden Corral. I thought like, I'm big, man. We up in the Golden Corral. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in, Captain D's anymore, man. We up in the Golden Corral. I thought I was doing something until I got to Mr. Chow. Oh, this is how they get down, right? Until I got to Nobu. Wow, this is what y'all doing. Until you go to an Alan Lacoste restaurant. Woo. That's when I realized, oh, bro, oh my God, I got a lot to learn. The learning curve is steep. I got a lot to learn. And I studied and I got into it. But let's continue.
She shut up.
And you know what the other
that's
thing
true.
is? So, you know what the tripped out part about it is? The chick, the DJ Sky chick, the chick that was sitting right next to me, a black chick that was sitting right next to me. Her nigga was there.
That nigga cool as shit.
Yeah, he was there.
Fred Curly, that's the nigga.
I don't know who he is. So
He's like that thing's like a gold medal Olympic athlete. What the fuck?
I don't fucking track
For Molly that we don't watch track and field over here.
I don't track sprinters, so
Oh yeah,
like
we
I
all
didn't give
do.
a fuck. Like I wasn't gonna
used
change.
to.
I wasn't gonna change who I was just because niggas was in there. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna do what I was gonna do.
That's why.
And if
That's
she
why
was in my
that's why
ear,
she
and
didn't
if she
say
was
shit.
choosing, or if she wanted to take some pictures afterwards and all of that shit, she wanted to kick it. We was gonna talk.
Listen, this what kind of made the show a little lame. It
Bro, brother Mangel's in the building. That's right. We old folks. Yeah, I said it, Captain D's, bro. They had the best hush puppies in Cincinnati, man. I don't know what y'all talking about. Told you I'm hood. Yeah, Captain D's. Good to see you, brother. So we were talking about that, the DJ chick. I think that's what they're talking about. She's dating an Olympic athlete, gold, silver, bronze winner, Olympic. He's there. He's in there. That lets you know where he is, bro. There's no way in hell. There's no way. Now, let's think this one through. The DJ was, of that panel, she probably was the most attractive, if not, top 2 or whatever, top 3. She's on the podium, so to speak. She was the one talking about her boyfriend, gold medal, bronze medal, silver medal, all that stuff, all right? She's the one in LA. He's there, so he's probably paying for the trip to go there. So he's probably, she was like, look, I got a chance to be on Fresh and Fit. Maybe they already planned a trip to Miami. We're going to be in Miami. I got a chance to be on the Fresh and Fit podcast. He's like, okay, I'm going to be there. That's embarrassing, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man. Your girl is going to be on the panel. And she wasn't really necessarily holding back. Again, I haven't seen the whole thing. But she was on there talking about French Montana and the people that she done met and that quick little thing that I had watched. And then even in this thing, towards the end, she, when Anton was like, yeah, you're gonna eat up a good guy. You're gonna destroy a good guy. Like, what I mean? You a bad girl. And she was like, yup, that's what I'm gonna do, that. And the dude's sitting right there. I mean, I can't do that. I can't do that. If I'm a dude, bro, let's say that she just in my rotation. I'm just gonna smash her. She's coming out to Miami. I'm gonna go with her. Like, she tells me she's going to Miami. Okay, I'll meet you. I'll be out there. I'm not gonna fly her out. I'm not gonna claim her. I'll be out there though. I'm not gonna sit in there and watch her do Fresh and Fit. The only way I would do it, I would come in if it's a networking opportunity. I want to come in. I wanted to meet Myron Fresh, and I wanted to meet Anton. Come in there, shake, dab up their hands. She'll be like, yeah, that's my guy. You know what I mean? I'd be like, cool. They'll be able to tell from my mannerisms and my body language that, oh, she just in a rotation. And then I would leave. Like, all right, y'all, I'm going to bounce. Hey, what y'all doing afterwards? Hit me up. I'd have been doing one of those kind of things, taking numbers, like, hit me up if y'all do something after this. I'm gone. Oh, you ain't staying? Nah, I got something else to do, but I'm going to holler at y'all. There's no way I'm going to sit there and watch her sit on the panel with a bunch of ratchet chicks and holler in my name. That's my man over there. That's so embarrassing, bro. But again, that's me. It's the other dudes. They cool with that. That's what they want. He's probably like, yeah, baby, let's go. I'll pay for you to get out there. If you get on the show, I'll pay for us. We can go to Miami. We'll make a little vacation. I'll be there with you. That's that simpleton mentality, bro. Why would you do that? I mean, you on the world stage. This is the chick. This is the one. You want her. This is why y'all need game, gentlemen. This is why you need game. Even if you are an athlete, you good at something. He's more than 80% there. He's good at something. He's at the world level on something. World class. Why are you dealing with this chick? The women he should be dealing with would never get on a panel, anybody's panel. To be honest with you, the women he should be dealing with will only deal with like mainstream media and networks and all that kind of stuff. They would never go on somebody's podcast unless it's Rogan. The only way they would go on a podcast if it's like the best podcast on the planet and they're being interviewed one-on-one. They're not going to sit on a panel with a bunch of other silly chicks. You know what I'm saying? With the hair hats, like Brother Michael be saying. They're not going to do that. That's embarrassing. You got a guy who's on the world class level, and he's messing with this chick. Get y'all game together, fellas.
One Myron and one Chew and one, I don't know, is he Fresh or Fit? But the black nigga.
That's Fresh.
Okay, Fresh. He ain't that fresh, but Fresh.
Why they take shots at Fresh?
It one time, it's the niggas that be disrespecting the females behind the camera, bro. Like they kind of make it, they make it lame. Like they make it because they not on camera and it's making y'all look lame because they going at her in the back when they just need to shut up. Cause
I don't tell people how to run their show. I just go and do what I do, bro. I can't control none of that.
No, I'm telling you what it was. Cause like it was kind of like, you know me, I'm hard on a bit, but it was kind of pissing me out. Like, damn, bro, like don't go. You got the niggas up here who gonna break them down and give them some advice to build them back up. Y'all just breaking them down in the back.
Yeah, I think this dude is gonna start watching Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the whole episode. Normally speaking, if you're in the background, you're quiet on that set. You can laugh or whatever, but you're not gonna be like, you know, throwing out insults or trying to get it in. You quiet on that set. And if you got something to say, they're gonna put you on one of them cameras. You notice, like, you know, because Chris used to do that back in the day when they first started. Chris would be saying things, throwing shit out there, sneaking them in, and the girls would get mad at Myron and Fresh. And Myron and Fresh like, we didn't say that. That was him. So they got to, you know, like, all right, we're going to put Chris on the camera. You got something to say, Chris. You make sure you click up your camera and say it so they know it came from you. And the same thing with Big Mo and Bills. They got cameras. So when they say something, they're on camera. So if you're there and you're just spectating, so to speak, they actually have a room in the back where they would normally just have everyone go in the back room so you can kind of talk. There's the stream is up in the back room so you can watch it. You can talk, you can drink, kind of chill. They got space for that. And if you're sitting there where they're filming, normally you're quiet and they don't really let you get that stuff in. And if you're someone that they want to talk, like let's say the gold medal guy, you got the athlete there. If he wants to start talking, they're gonna put a camera on him. They'll move one of the cameras so every time he says, and they'll give him a microphone. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I would have to go back and check that out. But let's continue.
I don't know nothing about that. But it was fun. It was fun. It was good energy.
You're going back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be back there tomorrow. I don't think that Fresh
shit.
I don't think Fresh get the credit that he deserves.
That's a fact.
Fresh is cool as fuck in real life, bro. He cool as hell in real life. He cool as fuck.
I think Fresh interchangeable with anybody.
Fresh is cool as hell, bro. Like people that don't know him would throw shots at him. But in reality, I think he cool as hell, bro. He was one of the coolest people ever. So
Y'all see what I mean? Anyone who goes down there and interact with Fresh, bro, you interact with Walt, bro. You gonna see what Anton's saying. Like, Anton's not the kind of guy that's just gonna be saying some shit or making some shit up. Right? He's keeping it 100, bro. I don't know the man, but he just strikes me as a guy who's gonna keep it 100. Fresh is cool, bro. Like, even with that little drama that happened, you know, when we were doing the city groups and all that, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, that's the thing that I think about a lot. Because I'm like, I know I'm gonna bump into Fresh again. I know I'm gonna bump into Myron again. I mean, I'm in this world. We're doing things, you know what I mean? I'm in Miami a lot. But that's the one thing, like, the day I bump into Fresh, the day I bump into Myron again, I'm definitely gonna shake their hands. I'm gonna just, you know, just give them all the respect I can. Say, hey man, you're a solid brother. You know what I mean? I really appreciate you. Because they never came at me crazy. They could have. They never came at me crazy. They never sent anybody over here to talk shit about me or whatever. You know what I mean? Fresh is a solid guy, man. I get it. When it all went down, I get it. I understand completely. You know what I mean? Like, mistakes were made, I think, all the way around. But this is, like we said from the very beginning, like, bro, I look forward to the day that I get to break bread with, you know, especially Fresh. Myron don't really be in the trenches like that. Myron don't really come out. Like, if he's coming out to work, or he's coming out to work out. He's on his way to the gym, but the gym's in the building. So if he's coming out, he's out to work, doing the podcast and stuff or whatever. But Fresh is in the trenches, bro. Fresh is outside. And I haven't met a person that got a problem with him. Like I say, he's all over Miami, bro. He is outside. Like, so, you know, shout out to Fresh, man. Don DeMarco to Fresh, Don DeMarco to the whole crew, all the fellas, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all good people. Don DeMarco. I just wanted to throw that out there, man, because just think about everyone who's gone down there, any podcaster out there, anybody who's dealt with Fresh, they had nothing but good things to say about that man. Think about it. Nothing but good things to say about him in particular, how cool Fresh is and how he'll bend over backwards and all that and the things that he does, bro. So shout out to him. You got to earn that. That's not given. That's never given. You got to earn that, especially with guys who come from the hood. Like, Anton ain't going to just go down there and say some shit like that just because. Like, you really got to show him something. You know what I mean? Like, go over and above. Like, you got to show him something. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to that brother. Let's continue.
You policing up other platform now. Hey, man, all you niggas, boy, can tell, man. Listen, I ain't worried about y'all, cuz I ain't hating. I'm just telling you what's real, cuz like that's why the reputation that it got, and it ain't because of the people that's on camera.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he cool as hell though. Like he'll link you up with the right people. All of that. All of that.
Talking about Fresh.
So it was fun though. It was fun. It was real fun.
Yeah, Fresh will link you up, man. Fresh will walk you in. He'll come out from the party, come get you, walk you back in there.
It was good energy. I had a good time. So I'll be back there tomorrow.
What was they drinking in there?
Yeah. I mean, you got the red cups. So
yeah. Okay. So what's this process like? How do they scout the female? Like, do they just hit the script and be like, y'all
hit the
Chicks
script?
was in the back room watching me do the first part. And
that's what I was gonna ask you about too. Like, how was the first part? Because I didn't even get to see that.
I didn't either.
It was cool. We was talking about money. They asked me everything about like my life, how I came up. We talked about how much money I made, all of that type of stuff. And so, I show the receipts and all that shit. So
this was a uglier group of women than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
And man,
No, they weren't ugly, but
yes, they were.
This by Fresh and Fit standard, this was mid at best. We used to that heat, and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure if Anton would have told them he was coming on the After Hours show, then they would have brought the heat. But he did.
For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really give a fuck, right? Like, it don't matter if they was all baddies, and it don't matter if they was basic looking bitches.
But here's the thing, though. Like, these brothers watch Fresh and Fit. And again, I'm sitting here. I look at what Anton does. I look at his thing, right? It's like, cool. I see what he's doing. You read their chats. You see what's going on. And you would like, these people absolutely hate that platform. And I'm talking about Fresh and Fit, like his people. But they know the lineup. Q Diddy talking about the women were ugly. Like, bro, you must be watching. You got to have some sort of comparison. Right? This 2K was like, yeah, he was like, but for Fresh and Fit, they were mid at best. Like, bro, you must watch a lot of Fresh and Fit, which I think is a good thing. Like I said, take the meat, bro. Keep the meat, spit out the bones. There's some good information coming out over there. Some good information. There's some train wrecks going on, some crashing out going on over there as well. But take the good information. Like when he gets into politics, man, go do something else. Unless that's your brand of politics. When it's coming to politics, man, go do something else. But when they start talking about this, the sexual marketplace, like what's going on in the trenches with these women and these young dudes today, when they talk about that, man, they're among the best when they talk about this stuff, bro. Everything that Myron is talking about, has been talking about, is now mainstream. I've said that day one when I started messing with the Fresh and Fit podcast. When I met them the first time, I'm like, bro, this message is gonna go mainstream. Y'all gonna go mainstream. Now, I didn't know it was gonna take these turns, like bringing in certain types of people and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, maybe not. But the message itself is absolutely mainstream now. You got people like Professor Scott Galloway talking about this, man. You got The View talking about this. You got the Democratic Party talking about this, right? So, yeah, like I said, man, and these guys were right there from the beginning. So I'm just looking at this panel, man. The brothers on this panel watch Fresh and Fit. Slimmy, Q Diddy, you know what I mean? 2K, they sound like they watch Fresh and Fit. You look in their chat, there's people talking about Fresh and Fit. Like, yeah, them girls were busted. They ugly. Yeah, Fresh and Fit normally had prettier girls on there. So they are watching. This is Black YouTube. Like, Black YouTube is watching.
I was going to say and do however I was going to say and play it. I'm just going to feed off the energy. It don't matter to me, honestly, what you look like and none of that shit. For me, it just matters about your attitude and your demeanor. So if you're going to be an abrasive chick and you're going to be, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have a bad, like the chick that was sitting next to me on my other side, on my left. So when you're looking at it, it's going to be on the right, but to my left. She wasn't bad looking. She just had a fucked up attitude, and she had this liberal mindset. Like afterwards, like on Rumble, she was talking about how Diddy need to go to jail and all of this shit. She was a straight up fucking feminist to the core. I'm like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter to me. I didn't care about what they looked like. I didn't care if they was bad. I didn't care what the fuck they was. For me, I was just gonna go based off of the energy that they gave. So.
Put me in the room. Put me in the hot room, the sauna, nigga. I need heat around me, nigga. Like, I know enough me that I ain't talking to them. I'm trying to break down these fine ass idiots. That's who I'm trying to talk to.
Fine idiot.
You beautiful idiot. Let me tell you why. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who I want to talk to. A beautiful idiot. I want to break it down.
A brewer for idiot.
Yeah, beautiful idiot. Yeah.
But it was fun. It was fun. I don't think a lot of people expected to see me on there.
I didn't. I knew it was coming though, but I was really surprised.
Never thought that it would happen. We chopped it up. It's good energy, and we just went from there. So,
yeah, it was.
I mean, bro, that's funny. He wants a beautiful idiot. The thing with the red pill stuff, man, the manosphere, man, there's a lot of dudes out here who are just upset. Like, why do you have to sit down and talk to a pretty girl that had this conversation about, you know, male-female sexual dynamic? I don't understand that. I don't understand that, bro. Right? So when I hear something like that, that screams to me that you're not used to being around dimes. And I'm not trying to beat up on a brother. I'm not trying to, you know, brother 2K, if you out there, I'm not trying to beat up on you. It screams to me that you're not used to being around women, right? Fine women. Like you used to being around, you know, the lower tier women. That's what it sounds like to me. And a big problem, a big part of that, in my opinion, would be like, bro, you too hood. You're too hood. Like the beautiful, like I can't even mimic what he was saying. Like there's you know, everybody and all this. Like, bro, you got to calm all that down. If you can't square that away, then you're going to need to have millions already up front. You're going to have to be like one of these athletes who just don't know how to talk to people, you know, or you're going to just have to deal with the hoodness. Like get you a hood queen, because there's some dimes in the hood. Trust me, there's some dimes in the hood. Some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, man, coming out of some of these crazy ass ghettos, man. Detroit got some of the finest women I've ever seen. Bro, we were back there in the 90s, like, damn. And back then in Detroit, sisters had their hair right. Their hair and nails was right. This is back in the 90s when I saw that, mid-90s. Like Atlanta in the 80s, oh my God, it was some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. When you go out to LA and you get into, like, go out to San Bernardino, right? Like when you going out, like go up to like San Jose, like you're going to see some of the finest women you ever seen in your life, man, the Sacramento area. And I'm talking black women. There's some beautiful black women, man. They be hood, but what I've learned over the years is a lot of these sisters, especially when you put them in certain scenarios, they're able to mimic what's going on around them. They'll know that I'm kind of hood, so they'll watch what they're saying and how they say it. They'll sit back and listen and take it all in. So like this brother right here, like I'm like, why you got to talk to? I want to get a beautiful idiot. I've never heard that. I want to break down one of these beautiful idiots. Like why, bro? I just enjoy the conversation no matter who she is. And for me, like it's people gonna take way more from a fine chick anyway. So they're gonna, whatever. She fine enough, man, they don't care, right? But from a ugly chick, when they start saying these things, that's where the meat is, bro. Cause it's like, look at how this ugly woman is acting. This truly mid, this average at best woman. That's what Blue Kevin saying was up. Like, listen to what this chick is saying. Ugh. You know what I mean? That's where the meat is. Like, if she's saying this, what do you think that the dime is thinking? So but yeah, like, you know, brother 2K, bro, like, you know, you can be around fine women. You're just gonna have to, you know, change it up just a little bit, fam. Just a little bit, in my opinion.
Don't like the whole, because I ain't seen Fresh and Fit in a long time. It was kind of like they kind of reintroduced themselves.
Yeah, I think that probably happened.
I ain't seen them in a long time on YouTube for sure. I know that they be killing it on Rumble, they be on Kick, but I ain't seen them on YouTube. Yeah, but they was on YouTube strong.
Yeah, it was good. It was dope. And so, but again, when I do stuff, like when I do shows in person, I think that is way more up. Like a lot of times people be thinking, oh, you just like that on the internet. No, it's way more up in person. Way more up in person.
Oh yeah.
I'd met you in person, Anton, you know.
Yeah, we kicked it a bunch of times in person.
Yeah. Anton, he do that shit in person. Yeah.
I'm the same.
I get quiet when I'm in person.
So, but yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's all good energy.
What's that? Kim?
Any other thought before we move on to the next?
Nah,
You said
I'm
what?
But that whole point about Fresh and Fit reintroducing themselves, man, like I said that, you know, earlier in the week, I believe it was. I'm like, man, if Fresh and Fit stay in this lane, like, bro, there's no one that can remove them. If Fresh and Fit just stays in this lane and talk about sexual dynamics and talking about, you know, basically male improvement, getting your game up, you know, money game, frame, all that kind of stuff. Hey, bro, if they stay in that lane, no one can push them out. No one. It's when they go off and do all that other stuff, man. And that's when it gets kind of, you know, like, shit, what are y'all doing, fam? So I'm glad they came back to their core message. I'm glad they're back in that lane. And they, you know, Myron and Fresh always do that. Whenever something goes wrong, they always come back to basics and they work hard. Myron said that before. He's like, look, man, we lose people and we get them back all the time. Why? Because what they're talking about is true. That's the bottom line. What they're talking about is true. And then to have someone like Anton Daniels to come on there, it's a real cosign, to be honest with you. And that's going to bring over the whole black YouTube thing. Like the sisters sitting here, these sisters are like, yeah, they watched it. The one sister was like, man, them girls was stupid. They just a little too ratchet. You feel me? So, you know, shout out to them for making it happen. You know, and Brother Michael, man, there's some dimes in the hood that, like, they don't do any of the hair hats. They don't, I mean, they're just naturally beautiful women who are working to get themselves out of the hood. I grew up with them. So, you know, not all of them, oh, here it is right here. Not all of them are recreational use department only. Not all of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of them, a lot of them, maybe, but not all of them. There's some women in the hood that I came up with that are doing great things today. So and again, it's all about vetting and knowing who you're dealing with and being able to see that diamond in the rough. Because there are a lot of women who hollered at me, and I would ask them years later, like, why did you mess with me? You know, like, you were a diamond in the rough. We saw that way back when. We knew you were going to do good things. We knew it. They still in touch. You know, I mean, Facebook's crazy. Facebook's a motherfucker. And I don't even be on Facebook like that. But I got a Facebook. You know, every now and then, maybe once or twice a year, I'll go in there and check stuff. I'm going to have to start doing more Facebook stuff. I'm going to have to broadcast. I'm going to have to start doing this on Facebook. I'm just kind of waiting. I am going to do it, though. You know, when we do Spoken and Smoke, once we start doing that, then I'll have this on Instagram, I'll have this on Facebook, I'll have this on X. And this being, I really want to know, you know what I mean? And we'll just be growing all of our platforms simultaneously. I think I said that word right. So let's see if they have anything else to say, and then we'll move on to the next one.
I'm shy in person, Kim.
I have days.
Yeah, 2K is chill in person. He just regular. He's slow motion.
I have a question.
2K match the vibe of whatever the room is. He's slow motion. I mean, he don't say whatever he gonna say, but 2K is all everybody like 2K, bro. Everybody like 2K.
I'm cool, but I'm always hoping to get a little bit more ratchet. Like, like I know how to be like in a civil place.
See,
but I just hope that it just get a little ratchet, like, yeah, so I can fit in a little bit more. Like,
feel comfortable.
So bam, there it is right there. And I haven't watched this far. I didn't know that this was part of it. So he knows where he is. This is a dude this is probably part of his game. If I'm going to try to break this brother down, 2K is definitely, I would say that this man is way smarter than he's giving off. He's playing a role. And, you know, he's kind of in character for this, and it's going to help him out. And like he said, he's like, I'm shy, I'm quiet. Anton is saying he's shy, he's quiet. Like, you know, he's real cool though. And he just said, like, I know, and when I'm in certain places, I wanted to get a little more ratchet before I let loose, before I start, you know, saying what I say. Because he knows the minute he opens his mouth, they're going to know, like, oh, okay, we know where you from, homie. Right? And no matter who he's with, you be around black folks, Latin folks, rich people, poor people, it don't matter. I'm like, oh, we know where you from. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we talk about when we talking about game, man. We talk about, like, really the art of war, the Sun Tzu stuff, man. Know yourself, know your enemy kind of thing. Like, sounds to me that 2K knows himself. He knows himself. So after he said that, I'm like, all right, this is a brother you can take with you into any room. He's not going to embarrass you. He knows what's going on. He's going to sit back and chill, do his thing. When people come up and talk to him, he's going to be able to handle that one-on-one. That's what I'm getting, right? And I'm getting that instantly just by hearing what he just said. Like, oh, okay, cool. And Anton's like, yeah, we've been out. I'll take you with you. Like, yeah, you're not embarrassing. So this is why you got to know yourself, people. It's part of the game. Know yourself, man. Know yourself. You have to know yourself completely in order to have a shot at being successful when you're going out here trying to holler at other people, man, or trying to do whatever you're trying to do, trying to put your dent in the universe, trying to conquer the world. You can't do it if you don't know yourself.
Yeah. Like I'm just always trying to turn the ratchet up just a little bit.
See, ratchet don't do good for me because I can't control my face.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, I'm gonna get beat up in here.
I think that it was a good collab because I have an audience that maybe not as tapped in as them as they should be, and they got an audience that probably wasn't as familiar with how I do things and who I was.
Facts.
Either. So I think that it just perfectly hit because like all of the stars aligned. It could have been a better time, all of that stuff. And I think that it probably worked out beneficial for everybody. Me coming on there, kicking it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, because they got movement, they got motion, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from them. They got a lot of motion. They still doing their own thing, even if it's not just on YouTube. They had over 14,000 people on Rumble alone.
Yep.
At one point, 16,000 people on Rumble. But it's just a cross collaboration because I got motion, they doing their thing, and I think it was just beneficial for everybody. So
I joined Kick this weekend, bro.
And I was just looking in that chat, their chat, that person P right there. Myron seems like a good dude. So there's a lot of folks, and Antoine's white. This was a great collab. And it's like Brother Penny said, like it had to happen. Like this was a great collab. The timing was perfect. Like Myron and Fresh hasn't gone viral for doing anything crazy, like no crazy political stuff going on, no crazy whatever. Right? This was the perfect, they had kind of reached that equilibrium between the two platforms. It's like, boom, let's go ahead and link in there. And he's right. When I was looking at it just for that hot second, when they actually did this thing, it was like 12,000 people on Rumble watching. It was like 3,000 people on YouTube. And then, they had X up there. They had Twitch up, or Kick. I think it's Kick. They're on Kick. So Fresh and Fit they still dominate the space. When you talk about the manosphere, you talk about the red pill world, they still dominate the space, period. I mean, that's end of statement. There's who's doing it better? Like, who's doing it better? Like, there's no one out there doing it better. They dominate the space. You know what I mean? We got Brother Michael Phoenix in the building. What's good, fam? They are collabing again. Probably right now. Or probably be on. If it's not on now, it'll be on. They should be live by now. But it definitely be on by like 9:15 at the latest. They're gonna collab. They're gonna do another After Hours, and they're doing an early show, I think. So, yeah, man, it's shout out to them again. One more Don DeMarco, bro, and then we'll move on. There's one other thing I want to look at. Don DeMarco. As a matter of fact, we'll just move on now. If you want to watch the rest of this, it is linked in the description below. Go check it out for sure. There's only a few more minutes left on that anyway. Actually. Yeah, like 4 or 5 more minutes, like 3 or 4 more minutes left in that anyway. But I do want to, there was one other channel, and this is Didi. Don't know who Didi is. You guys can tell me who Didi is. But she was reacting to Anton cooking those young ladies. And the title of this video is Anton Daniels Cook's entire Fresh and Fit panel. So I'm just going to pull this up real quick. Again, I don't know who Didi is. Have I looked at some of her stuff before? Maybe, but it's not like someone that I follow. So I want to listen to what she has to say. This is a 20-minute video. I just want to listen to a little bit of this up front just to see what she has to say. And again, what I'm looking for is this transition of people not so hostile to the Fresh and Fit platform and to their message, which is the red pill message. And also, I want to see if this sister is gonna talk about how it seems that our community is getting tired of the ratchetness. You know what I mean? It's out there now. Like, people just tired of it, bro. Like, man, I'm tired of this ratchet shit. Every time you go out, you want to go out and have a good time. Our people over here acting crazy. I'm curious to see if that is part of the message. Let's check this out. right,
What's
shout
up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee Dee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I am back, y'all, with another reaction video. Now, this video comes from the Fresh and Fit podcast, you guys. Now, Anton Daniels, shout out to Anton Daniels, was on this podcast, and believe me when I say he went off on the panel. This video was entertaining. Definitely chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this particular video. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Share, like the video, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
The average guy's about 5'8", makes about 30 to 50K per year, depending on where you are in the United States.
Facts.
And the average size is somewhere between 4 to 6 or 4 to 5. Is that enough for you, or do you want more? We'll start with you. Is that enough for you, or do you want more?
I just want whatever makes me happy in life.
Okay, what is that?
Is the average man enough for you, or would you want more?
That's her feeling.
Being real, would you want? Is that enough?
I am, bro.
I'm not.
Is that enough for you, or would you want more?
I'd want more. I'd want more a little bit, just because
That's fine.
You know.
Okay, what about you? Is that enough for you, or would you want more too? Or you
Hold on. Why would you want more?
We can go to the next person.
No. Why would you want more?
I was gonna figure out who wants more, and then we could go through and say why.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. So who do you? Is that enough for you? 5'8", 36K per year.
5'8". I feel like that's short.
Okay, so the answer is no. Is that enough for you? Okay. What about? Is that enough for you?
No.
Okay. Is that enough for you?
No.
What about you?
Yeah.
5'8", 60K per year.
No.
And 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, because
All right, that's fine.
it's
If
not
that's
for
enough you.
everything.
Okay,
You know?
that's fine.
And look at the other ladies trying to tell.
And Lil Shorty was definitely playing for the cameras. That's what 2K was talking about. That's the chick in the brown. The one to her left, our right, if we're looking at the screen, that was the DJ one. The one is like between her and Anton. That's the DJ one. But she's on there. That's what they're talking about. Like, she's on there trying to find a dude because she knows there's gonna be mad dudes jumping into her DMs. She's gonna get an opportunity to choose between all these guys. Like I said, he had, tens of thousands of people watching it. She knew that. That's not a bad strategy. So let's listen to what Dee Dee has to say. And I have seen this video. I have seen this platform before. She looks familiar.
That's not something she should settle for. But look at them. I just, for the life of me, don't see how they have the audacity to sit there and want something more from a person, but don't have no idea what you're going to offer that person or what you can give and how y'all can build and work together. That's why I say a lot of these modern women are cooked for sure. Ooh. Let's continue.
If average is good, what about for you? Is that enough for you, average, or no?
I could do average. We could work on it.
Okay. Together.
So that's basically a no. He would have to improve.
She don't like me.
Yeah. What about you? Is that enough or no?
No. What do you say?
Okay.
She don't like men.
Anton, go ahead. You want to take it? She said no.
Some of those things you can't even change.
Okay.
Size and height, you can't even change them things.
Just from a financial perspective,
every
girl here, no girl except for her wants an average guy. Every girl here wants a
right. So just from a financial perspective, what do you think? What are you expecting?
It's not that I'm expecting something. It's just like I feel like when I attract to a guy, normally they make that kind of money.
She can't even answer the question. She understands the question. I know English is not her first language, but if you've ever watched Fresh and Fit, you've seen this conversation thousands of times over, and it's always the same. It's always the same. It's what Myron's already saying. He's like, bro, he's like the software may be different, but the hardware is always the same. Like, women are hardwired a certain way. The vast majority of women. I'm not saying all, but the vast majority. Right? You can't get. It's like, look, I want the best I can get. If you're saying that the best I can get is this guy with those numbers, I don't like that. So my answer will be no. Okay, fine, I will accept that. But they want to dance around it because they know it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And like what Dee Dee was saying, like, how y'all gonna demand more when y'all don't have nothing? Like, you're broke. You know what I mean? You're average at best. You were here on TV. This is the best you're gonna look. You got on all your makeup, your finest clothes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, you don't even measure up, but you mad at the guy that's your counterpart. Like, dude, you're a 6, he might be a 7. You're a 4, he may be a 5 or a 6. And you saying he's not good enough, I gotta have me a 9 or a 10. This is what you see over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. No matter whose platform you're looking at, whatever podcast, this platform. I'm talking about this. I mean, Fresh and Fit. You look at Michael Certain. Rolo Tomasi's, Access Vegas. Same stuff. You hear the exact same stuff. Put a pound of women together. This is what you're going to hear. It's crazy.
Make what kind of money?
Like what I said, like más o menos like around
10,000
or more a month. It's not that I'm looking for. It's just like normally.
But how do you know though? How do you know they make that?
Well, because I know what they do for a living.
How?
Because
you married.
I know, but like I mean, like when I'm attracted with someone, like you marry, right? do you see a woman and you're like, oh, that's a pretty girl? Do you ask her like, oh, what you do for a living? Like it's the same. It's not like I'm married and I'm blind, or I cannot talk with people.
So you kick it with, so you kick it with people.
No, I'm not kicking with people. I talk with people. Yeah,
Okay.
like my husband do. Like, yeah, we humans, we talk with
Like your
people.
husband
Like,
does.
Yes, like of course we talk with people.
All right. So this is, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this whole thing, but like this is no different than any other episode of Fresh and Fit I've ever seen. I want to hear Dee Dee's take on all this. Does she even have a take? Let's see. Let's jump around. Here we go. See what she says.
Thank you, because that's what I'm like, y'all are, why are these are average women, no shade or nothing like that. Most people are average. There's nothing wrong with it. But these average people,
I say it all the time. On a scale of 0 to 10, most people fall between 4 and 6. Right? Most people are average. Average, either the median, one step above or one step below. That's where 80% of us fall. 10% are like or the 7 through 10s, and then there's 10% of those 0 through 3. Right? You just they got a bad deal. But when you tell someone they're average, they get mad. They take it as an insult. That's crazy. It's crazy.
are out here thinking that they can get all this from rich men, basically. Like when I say delusional, it is delusional, y'all. I'm not bull. It is very delusional. They really don't believe. I'm looking at a bunch of average women. I ain't gonna lie. Well, let's continue.
Being regular keeps you out of trouble, baby.
Like this.
Let's be clear.
You'll never expect nothing from
Let's be clear.
from
Let's
a
be
regular
clear.
chick.
Let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with being regular, so y'all don't need to get offended.
I'm nobody offended, baby.
I'm not offended.
That ratchet one right there, the one that keeps doing the talking, the one that likes girls. Why would you deal with something like that? A woman, she gotta have the last word in. She's sitting there, she's talking, and she's looking around to see if the other girls are with her, and the other girls are just kind of sitting there. Everyone's quiet, so now she's quiet. But she's got to try to get the last word in there. Like, why? And dude, there are dudes out there dealing with her. They're happily dealing with her. Like, fellas, why would you do that to yourself? For some sex, for some Foxy Brown? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? If you can get her, you can get somebody else. If you can get her, you can get another woman who's just as unattractive as she is, but is nice at least. If you can get her, you can get the chubby chick. You get your game right, bro. You can get the fine chick. You just got to step it up, do a little bit of work. I think these guys are just too lazy, bro. They get a little taste of the Foxy Brown, and they just lose their mind.
You don't even like men, so you shouldn't be talking about that. So it's not even applicable to you. But y'all should not be getting y'all
Still trying to get the last word.
Listen, I'm gonna just tell y'all the real. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Y'all gonna get out here and y'all gonna chase some and y'all gonna y'all life up.
For real.
I'm telling you the honest to God truth.
Ain't nothing out there.
Y'all think that this sweet, y'all gonna get y'all life up.
Right.
And to be honest with y'all, most of y'all probably pass up on the guy that y'all supposed to be with.
I know I do.
Okay.
Oh, they
Most
agree.
of y'all pass up on the dude that y'all supposed to be with. You either friend zoned him or you was like, you know what? I'm not ready for this, or I want to live my little hot girl lifestyle.
Yep.
And so y'all out here in these streets.
She knows.
And I'm trying to tell you that you're gonna up your life. I know it don't mean nothing. I'm just saying, I'm talking to the audience because y'all ain't hearing y'all gonna do whatever y'all want to do anyway.
I got comebacks.
You got comebacks.
Yes.
Come back from what?
Because you said.
Little Shorty is a complete idiot. Why even listen to her? We're gonna listen to her in a second, but she's and what you know what it is. So many people ask me, man, like, yo, for real, Saint, what's the deal? How do these women get this confidence? Where does it come from? It comes from these simpletons out there, man. It might even come from you that's asking me the question, right? Whenever you gas these women up, how many of y'all seen it in the workplace, man? You seen it. I saw it in the military. I saw it in the workplace, bro. I see it when I'm just out here kicking it. You know, guys light up when a woman walks in the room. They always try to be some fly dude and doing all this. I'll get that for you. I'll get you that. Here's a drink. You want a drink? You want something to eat? Where does it come from, bro? It comes from the simpletons of the world, man. It comes from these dudes trying to be, like white knighting. That's where it comes from. And it's all unearned. That is how you get some girls who are not even average walking around here thinking that they're queens of the world. They the best ever. Like, man, my Foxy Brown don't stink. Yes, it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it comes from, because there's always going to be a dude who's going to gas them up. And you got with this, social media and all that, bro, they don't have to be there in person. Right? If you got a female that you're real cool with and she's on social media like that, ask to see her phone. Ask her to show you some DMs. Can you show me some DMs? And look at what these dudes are typing in these DMs. And then pay attention to who the dudes are. You might see some people you know. You might see some stars in there gassing these women up. And again, part of that is the game. You're going to say what you got to say to get to her and all that kind of stuff, man. But y'all got to stop doing it, bro. When we grew up in the 70s and 80s, man, ugly girls knew they were ugly. You couldn't gas them up, bro. They knew what time it was. Now they'll go ahead and holler at you. You know the combination. You say the right things, they're gonna let you do whatever. But they knew what time it was. And then sometimes they would get frustrated. How come you never take me out, kind of thing? How come you only call me over here in 2, 3 in the morning? How come you never introduce me to your friends? It's like, because come on, baby, that's your role. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't fine enough to be going out with me. And they get mad. They don't want to hear that. They'll leave for a few days, maybe a month or two, but they'll be back. I want to tell you I appreciate your honesty. That's why I'm in the gym now, because you told me. I figured it was just because of my weight. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So I've been working on my weight. Can I come over? It is what it is. Like, it is what it is. You got to, you know what I mean? Keep it 100. But these guys, you gas these girls up, man. The ugly girls, the fat girls, man, the ratchet chicks, y'all gas them up. And it's a bunch of y'all. It's a legion of simps out there. These simpletons, bro. Y'all going out there just gassing these girls up. That's where this confidence comes from. Right? That's when they go on Fresh and Fit or go on whatever podcast. They go on whatever podcast and they run into Andrew Wilson, and he just cracks their skull wide open with facts. Right? And they just sit there stuck on stupid because they done finally came across a dude who ain't on that. I can't tell you how many times I've been out. We'll see a woman walk in there and she thinks she's God's gift. And there ain't nothing but top tier dudes in there. Ain't nobody talking to her. Nobody. I saw that not too long ago, man. A couple months ago, I was at this one little lounge, man, in there kicking it. She came in and actually posed. She came in, posed, put glasses on, and actually posed. I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? We pointing at her laughing, and she thought, because she saw people pointing, she thought, I'm on. She sat down by herself, right? Waiting for somebody to come over and offer to get her a drink when nobody doing it. She was sitting around looking. Dudes were sitting there watching the game. And, after about 30, 45 minutes, she left because she got zero attention. She couldn't get any free attention, so she left. Where did she go? She went to the next bar where she knows there's going to be some simpletons in there. They're going to give her that free attention. They're going to give her free drinks. They're going to buy her appetizers. They're going to do whatever she wants to do. And then she's going to go home and feel good. Ain't now one of them dudes going to smash. Ain't now one of them dudes going to hit. Right? So y'all got to stop that. Yo, it's y'all, man. It is y'all. You simpletons out there, man. Cut it out. If you want women to change, that's how you change them. You got to cut it out, man. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Don't deal with these little ratchet little nobodies. You know what I'm saying? Don't deal with them. I'm not saying be mean to them, but just you chop it up to them. Just talk to them. Like, hey, what's going on? You gonna buy me a drink? Just laugh at them when they say something like that. That was funny. You know what I mean? Just laugh at them. What do you mean that was funny? Like, why would anybody buy you a drink? You know what I'm saying? Like, just go with it. Don't be mean, but, be honest. And if you don't know how to be honest, all you know how to be is mean, just walk away. No, because they'll set it off in there, bro. And then what are you going to do? You can't hit a girl. You can't hit a girl, bro. Like, it's a wrap. So, yeah, man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with that. You know what I mean? I see what Sister Didi was talking about, and yeah, I'm with her. I agree with her. Women see this too, like real women to see this, the way the other women act is like, damn. And they're shocked. Like, dude bought you what? He bought you a car? What? He's paying for your babysitter so you can come out with me? What? He cashed at you $1,000? What? They can't believe it. Like, you? So, It is what it is, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that. This was cool, man. Again, shout out to Fresh and Fit, man. Shout out to Antoine, bro. They doing their thing. I'm gonna sit down and actually put it on TV my damn self. It's probably on right now. I'm gonna check them out, see what they doing. We might even react to it later. We might review it. I don't think they're gonna have another viral moment, but they might. And remember back in the day when Fresh and Fit first started, right? Who was one of the first dudes that came over from the black YouTube space and set it off on Fresh and Fit? Kevin Samuels. Y'all remember that? It's funny how everything kind of goes in a circle, right? Goes in a circle. So yeah, we're gonna check this out, man. Appreciate y'all for checking me out. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for checking in, man. Thanks for all the comments and everything like that, man. I really appreciate y'all, bro. It's time for me to go, man. I'm DL saying I'ma holler at y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.